What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Went and dropped the wheel off at my bike shop for Smoothie to get the wheel real trued up and nice, and they did a great job. Jim's Bicycle Shop over here in Pinellas County, Pinellas Park, did an awesome job for me, hooked it up. So we're gonna go take it for a quick rip just so I can see if there's any major difference in that front end, because remember I said the front end was kind of bouncy. So I'm gonna put you guys down and go take it for a rip real quick. She's all ready to go. Back you up. Front wheels on, nice and good. Alright, so I'm gonna go do that real quick and then we'll get this show on the road. Let's go. Alright guys, I switched it over to the GoPro. I'm going to put my chest harness on and see if I can get the miles per hour and all that on camera. And she's a ripper, man. She's fun. And I think it's in kilometers, so I'll have to figure out the math on that, but I believe it's in kilometers. And then I'll figure that part out and see exactly how fast, because it was saying like 35, but I'm not sure that that's miles per hour, and that was only here to down to the end of my street. So let's go take a look. All right, you guys can see her. She's out in the sun. This is just mocked up. It's not, the wire is not tucked like it needs to be tucked and then ran through here so that you don't so you won't, the board won't stick up this high. But just wanted to get an idea what it looked like on there. It's all clear coated. Came out not too bad. Few bubbles, few little things to wet sand out, but came out pretty cool. We're gonna go take it for a ride now and see if I can get a mile per hour out of it. Alright, it's a very crude way for me to do it, but it's all work with what I got. So you can already read, it's reading RPM as I'm backing up. So I don't know how accurate this is, but definitely got to put pegs on this thing. We'll go this way. Can rip it for a little longer here. Doesn't feel as bouncy as it did before. Still not at full throttle. Kind of scared too. I really won't want to eat it. So let's go. See what we can get it up to. Little test pass here. If it's gonna brake, let it brake. Woo, okay, front end's bouncy. Front end is a little bouncy at 40. Have to do something about that. I don't know if it's the frame or if it's the wheel. Probably the wheel, because the frame feels solid. Turn around right here. But yeah, that was 40 miles an hour. Got a little sketchy there, or 40 kilometers. Wonder if I can change this. I don't know. We'll see. This is all worth it though. This is so much fun. Just easy cruising. This is what I wanted though. This is why I wanted it. The kind of stuff I wanted to be able to do. Nice little 240 over here. Oh. God, I wish I had suspension. Alright, let's ride it on back. This is fun. Look out, bird! Watch, he's scared. He's not even gonna move. He don't care. This bird gives no shits. Where you going, peacock? Oh, there's two of them. You don't see that every day. Ah! I ain't gonna touch you. We got them all over the place around here. Pretty birds, but they're nasty. Oh, that is so much fun. Guys, I am so excited that this thing works like it does. This is kind of an accomplishment for me, I guess, because this is not, like I said, this is way outside my wheelhouse as far as what I do as a fabricator, or, you know, this isn't just slapping some chain and a wheel. You gotta actually make this thing work, and it rides. So I'm so stoked with it right now. It's time to make it pretty. I will get to that front tire, excuse me. I'll get to the front tire. I just gotta figure out how to get it to not oval out so much. I did clear coat. The board's all nice and clear coated, so I was gonna get some better hardware to mount it. I still need to slot. I'm going to drill here and then I'm going to slot it so that this will sit down inside of there. I'm going to put a switch over here. A battery's going in there. I got a cool tail light. I'll show you. The pegs will probably come out here somewhere, so I got to figure out how to mount those. I want to do a copper accent here, possibly there. I don't know yet. We got to do the copper. I need to drill the holes to mount this here. Grips, I don't know what I'm going to do yet, because I got these grips. So I guess I haven't show you this stuff yet. So there's my tail light, which will light up with a switch to the battery. That's going to light up with LEDs, but these are my grips. The problem is the handlebars are 7/8 and these grips are 1 inch. So, but I really want that look. I mean, you see that. Like, you can't say no. So I think what I can do, grab some 1 inch that will go over this 7/8 and fit inside of here, slide that on there, lock it in, maybe use some kind of epoxy or something to hold it all in. I want it, you know, strong. So, but you can't go past this. Like, I have to do it. It looks so cool. So that's the grips, and then the pegs for it. The pegs are right here. So I need to make something so that they can sit right outside of here. So I got to find a way. I don't need them to bend. I don't want them to move. So I need to find a way to keep them so they'll just sit there. So I'll have to make some metal bracket. But calling it a night. That was fun, just taking it for a rip, seeing what it can do and getting it up to speed. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Later. Alright guys, we're gonna get this scooter, like, start getting it buttoned up and getting all the cosmetic stuff done. My headlight brackets came in, so I just really want to get it all put on, see what it does. Next, we're gonna do the headlights. I still have some of this 1 inch, I think it's 0.083 thickness that I want to use. A lot of times what I do is I try to overthink everything. So what I want to do for my pegs is, oddly enough, they fit in there, like something like that. There you go. Okay, so you see how it fits right? It fits in there perfectly. So I'm going to drill a hole here where that will bolt into there, instead of trying to overthink it and build a bunch of bracketry that I don't need. And then the tube is going to run right through there. This is super thick, so it's plenty thick enough to run that out, and then my pegs will stick there. I'm putting a switch right here because I'm going to have LEDs running underneath it. I also want to run the tail light that I showed you, so the battery is going to go in here. We need to notch this here so I can run the cable in. I think tomorrow I'm going to get this done, and then tomorrow we're going to go and ride this up to the bike shop and see if he can get me some cables so I can run that back brake. So just real quick though, only got a little bit of time tonight. Let's get the headlight put on, just kind of see how it looks. You can definitely start getting the full effect with the grips on, with the copper light. Yeah, it's gonna look really good. Still got to figure out how I'm gonna do that, but I got an idea. And then you'll have the pegs coming out here. The tail light will be back there. Yeah, it's gonna look super good. But so headlights on, functioning. You guys saw that video, so it looks super cool. Call it a night, get back on it in the morning. Good morning. We are gonna get to work on Smoothie today. Got the light on last night, as you saw. I think I'm gonna go ahead, let's get the pegs done. Once the pegs are done, I'm going to jump into getting it so the wire can sit in, and then kickstand, and then I can start getting on all the copper work. I think that's about where we are. Really hope to get everything done in this video because I would like to get it off to powder. The 2023 February, we've got the Florida Bike Fest, 2nd annual. Your boy's in the build off. So I got to get started on that too. I know it's a long way away, but build off bikes are expensive and I need to start. I already have in my head what I'm going to do, but I need to start getting on that. Wheels are already ordered, and I don't even care who watches. I'm going to do the build off. I'm going to build the bike on here, and you guys are going to see it step by step all the way up to February. So I don't care if the competitors see it or don't see it. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just doing this for fun. I've been on enough build offs now. It does turn into a popularity contest. So I just want to have fun this time and not take it so seriously trying to win. So I'm going up against some really good competitors. We've got some of like the original custom bike OGs, you know, so I'm excited about that. But enough about that part. Let's get into smoothie. Let's go. Alright, so real quick, like I said, I'm gonna take this tubing and I'm gonna put a hole in it to start the first peg, and then figure out how long I want the other side, cut it, and then repeg, peg the other side, do the hole in the other side. So let's go put the hole in it and go from there. Alright, I'm going to use these pins. They're just temporary. It's got these here. That way I can get them on and off. I hope if I show you. That way I can get them on and off quicker without them being a big pain. So I just want to clean that up a little bit. See how close we are. Wow. Look at me. Huh. We're pretty on. Just a little bit of a massage maybe, very little, and it'll go right on. So I'm just gonna massage the outside real quick, and then I think that'll let me get it on. Close. The hole didn't completely center, so you can see it's like right there. So what I might do is just make this side a little bit bigger, and then that'll slide through. What happened, probably the drill bit was coming down and it started to do that, so that makes sense. But let's do that. Let's open this up just a little. I don't want it too big, just a little bit. Not enough. A little bit more finessing, I think, and then I can get it in there. It's definitely, the hole just didn't go straight through like I needed it to. So we'll just play around with it. Alright, so I figured out what to do. As I put the peg in there and then took it back over to the drill press and then just drilled it while it was still in. And then that way, you're in there, she's in there, not going anywhere. It's almost like a sword, a drift pull, I don't know, but super cool. That is definitely going to work for what I need for now. Pins can go in. Cool. Pins are in, so now come over here, drop you like you're hot, You can see the idea. I'll move you out of the way there, sorry guys. But that goes in. Figure out exactly how far out I want the peg. I want it comfortable, but I don't want it too close. So we want to go from center. Let's move it out to where we are 3.5. So 3.5. And I can cut it there. And because it fits in here, I'll actually be able to fill that all in with weld. And then I have an idea of something I might do with the copper. I may do, because it all has reverse dimple dies everywhere and I didn't do reverse here or here, I think I might make a reverse dimple die plate that will just bolt right on here and here, just to give it another accent piece, because I like adding accent pieces, you know, and since there'll be copper on the inside, it'll just add a little more touch of copper. Really what I gotta do is just make sure everything's level before I go welding it in. I hate trying to weld on the ground. I'd like to tip this thing, but it's so heavy. See if I can come around here, at least to there. Hold. Nice. There we go. Yeah. So that'll work really good. Got it all burned in, and what I'll do is I'll get the bottom finished up once I'm able to lay it down. So yeah, so that'll be good for now. Let's go ahead and get working on the tunnel for the cables. I think actually what I'm going to get to next is try to get this kickstand on. Try to get it where I want it and try to get it to where I can still tuck it away. Tackaroo. Or not. Yeah. Alright, we'll burn that on real quick. I think that'll do. Let's get this plastic back. Let me helmet up. I think I can burn that in and that'll work. Alright. That should do what I need to do. It tucks underneath. It's out of the way. Good to go. Alright, I'm going to get into drilling this centerpiece here. I'm not going to bore you with it. I'll just throw you on time lapse. now we got the tunnel that I'll be able to, and I'll clean this up and I'll add a grommet right here so it's not sharp, but now that cable, wherever she went, will be able to run down and then in here and then there. So it's not, and I'll be able to run my brake line through there also without it getting in the way or hitting anything. So that's done. Just needs a little bit more cleanup. I didn't lose any strength there, so that's good. Next I'm going to put a hole over here because I'm adding a switch, and I need to put a hole down through the bottom so that I can run, because I am running LEDs on the bottom of the frame. So where we're riding at night, and it'll also hook up to the tail light, which I still also need to make a bracket for. So we'll get to that now too. Might have wore his bit out. Alright. Should also make sure you're not in reverse. Alright, that'll have to do for now until I can get it flipped over and get all the rest of that. Still need to put a hole here. Dipple that. So it's got to be a little bit bigger. No big, no deal. Got the big boy here. Go. Got it. Alright, we'll let that cool down and clean that up before I go throwing the switch in it. So that switch will control everything. That all cleaned up. Now I'll have a battery sitting down inside of here. The wires will run through the bottom to control the LEDs. Another wire will run through here to go, because one battery will do just about all of it. We'll control the tail light. The LEDs will come on all at the same time when I flip the switch. So that's what I want. So that's done. Kickstand is on. Pegs are done. Alright. I think I'm gonna take a small break. Back in a little bit. Alright, I think now is as good a time as any to get started on the copper plating. I have a rough idea what I'm gonna do. I need to get cardboard for this stuff, but I know all I need it to be, they're the same. They're going to be the same on both sides. You know, this one only needs to be so long. And it only needs to be so tall. So, kind of want to slide this in here. Figure out where it'll be. Just give me a starter idea here. Cool thing about copper is it's a really soft metal, so I don't have to, it'll be relatively easy to cut. But I know from here to here how tall it needs to be. So this tells me how much I need to cut. Important part is making sure I know where the bottom. Alright. We'll transfer this over to copper and we'll go from there. Alright, let's see what we can do on here. It's not long enough. This piece that I got is going to probably be fine this way. We definitely need to cut it down. See if this will help. should help me so that I can draw and figure out where this will all fit. It's pretty close there, but I don't know. I'm gonna try. Just gonna rough draw it. Doesn't need to be perfect right now. There we go. I'm gonna get a ruler just to make sure these are a little more straight. There we go, and then again, make sure we don't cut that. And don't cut that. Alright, I'm gonna get my snip and cut it down. I may even be able to put it in the, might even be able to put it in the shear, but it's pretty thick. So, but it is copper, which is super thin. So I'm gonna try the shear first, and if that doesn't work, then we'll get out the nibbler. Alright, so yeah, the nibbler, put it in the nibbler, cut it like butter. So super easy to cut. So now we've got our shapes here. Get the tape off. See exactly where they go now. And now you can kind of get an idea of what my vision is for this. Still not 100% on a color yet. I've got like 3 colors that I want to go with. One of the hardest parts is picking colors, especially when you aren't really set on one and then you go to the powder coater and you see all the chips. Yeah, should probably do this when the bike's apart so that I can put it up here and work on a table instead of trying to bend down and do all this, but whatever. Alright, got the pieces, let's go put them on. Alright, so that should slide right back there like that. Just like I want it. This one will do the same. And then what we'll do on here is this will get little holes. I'll drill, and I am probably going to have to do this while it's taken apart. I need to make sure that I get centers. So those will go here and here. You'll see that copper running through the back there, so that looks really good. I'm happy with that. Yeah, it's perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. You really get the idea of the look I'm going for. See it here, much better. So we'll have some there, and then some will be going back there, and then it'll look really good. You can kind of see with the pegs, all that set in there. It's going to look really cool. Pretty stoked with that. I like it. Alright, so lastly, for the copper, I want to put on the 2 back legs. This was the template that I made them with, so I just trimmed it down. It'll fit on here real easy, but I'm going to use the tape again, just so I can trace it out. But looks like I don't even need to use half of what I did there, so that's cool. So we're just putting this here. Now just tape off this area. Make sure you use the expensive painter's tape. This on to here. They both are going to be the same. We'll take these over to the shear. Cut them nice like butter. So copper cuts extremely easy. So you can probably just take your 10 snips and just come in here and really get the shape you need. It takes nothing to cut this stuff. Wish all metal was this easy to work with. This will really allow me to dial it in too. Alright, sorry about that guys, battery went dead, but I was able to get that on there. It's just clamped on, but now you can get the idea of what I'm doing. There, down there, into the pegs, up to the headlight, and then, yeah, we're gonna get to that. Not super important for finishing, because I can do that anytime. But I really need to break this thing down and start getting all the copper to where it's mounted. I don't have any, other than the tail light, I don't think I have any other major fabrication to do. I need to make a bracket for the tail light, which I think I can just do out of some of this, maybe something simple, I don't know. Maybe I might have some angle iron somewhere. I'll look around. But other than that, so yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna knock that out, get this tail light done, and then break it all down and get the copper mounted so that it can be bolted on. So let's go. Alright, so I got some square tube. I'm gonna cut this section off some ends, and I'll basically have some angle iron out of this. So, sorry. Instead of trying to make something from scratch, I think I'll just use this. Be a little easier. So what I've done is I've made like a perch. This will go onto the bar. The tail light will bolt into there. So I'm just rounding it off now so that it will weld to the lid. So there we go. So now all I got to do is that'll weld on. I'm going to go drill a hole in this here, and then that will allow the tail light to fall in there, and then we'll figure out where we want to mount it on the frame. Alright, so like I was saying, I was trying to make, I want simplicity with this. So just made a simple bracket. This will wire in, this will run on its way back. I have a connector here that will allow me to remove this completely from the frame and wire it in when it's time. I'm going to probably put it, gonna go on the other side of the frame here. Alright, so the idea is it'll sit probably here. I may even come down, do something like that. That way it's not in the way of anything, but I think it looks pretty cool. It's going to really flow with the rest of the copper parts. So I'm going to tack this on real quick, get it where I want it, and then it's time to break it down and start getting everything ready so that the copper can be bolted on. Once that's done, she's ready for powder. Just kind of tack it in place for now. I'll finish weld it once I got the frame broken down. Alright, so that's on there. Let's break this thing down. Get everything finished up with it. Actually, before that, let's go, I'm going to get it put together, roll it outside, see what it looks like. Now that the kickstand and everything is on. Definitely need some new hardware. These stick out like a sore thumb, but that's okay. I'm gonna find something, maybe some type of copper hardware. Really just want to see how it looked together. So that'll fit down in there just fine. There she is, guys. All we really got left, break it down. I need to finish the copper so that it'll stay. Drill some little holes, add some bolts from the back and then the nuts on the front. So I'm gonna do that really quick, and then we're gonna wrap this up, and then she's basically done until you guys see her after powder coat, once I figure out what color we're gonna do. I hope you guys enjoyed the series. This has been fun. It's hit or miss for popularity. Some people like it, some people don't. But I enjoyed doing this. It's fun. This was kind of cool. It's expensive though. Like people that go, well, you should do this. Yeah, well, pay for it. It's expensive. Like, again, guys, all the stuff that I used for this build, link is in the description. Golden Motors. Those are the guys I got all of the electrical parts from. Alro Steels is where I got all my metal, copper, everything. Some of the other stuff like headlights and the pegs and all that I had ordered off Amazon. So let's get this broken all the way down. I'll put you guys on time lapse while I break it down. No reason to watch me do all that. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do as far as how I'm going to be attaching the copper. Alright guys, hope that was fun for you. So, it's all broken down now. I need to finish weld this bracket. I'm going to put little holes in between each of the dimple dies, and then that's how the copper will get bolted on. So, I'm just going to do little holes there. I've already got some hardware to attach from the back. I've got those nylon acorn nuts. Those are black. They're going to go on the front. I'm going to need to do it to all of these. Finish weld the kickstand, finish weld the pegs, and then really from there, that's it. Went ahead and bolted it down to my jig sideways so that I had some room to work, so that I don't have to lean over, getting old, back's getting bad. But yeah. I think I'm going to call it a night though. All I got left is just this few little things. I'm going to knock that out tomorrow. And then hopefully, that's it. Off the power. See you guys tomorrow. Alright guys, so to finish this off, I'm going to get into drilling small holes to where I want to put the copper. I'm just going to do this half here for you. You guys can see what it's about, and then we'll call it a day. I don't want to bore you with the entire thing. So what I need to do is get the center of each of these dimple die holes. Not easy to do, but you kind of just need to figure out the center of the metal. I'm going to try to do anyway. Alright, so we're 3 1/4. So that works for me. Got it. So, quick punch hole. Now we'll clamp on the, I'll get a clamp. We'll clamp the copper on, That'll allow me to get it center, or roughly. Like that. And that looks even from the back, so it won't look silly. Then I'll just do my holes there now. It only needs the 2 on this one. I could probably, I think the 2 should be more than enough. Alright, so I got the holes a little bit bigger. We gotta run this up through here. There. And then again, you guys can see I got these cool little nylon castle nuts, so they're pretty neat. They'll look good and they'll stay on nice and tight, and they still give me that flat black look that I like. And you get like a box of them for like $8. Yeah. So here you go. You see how it looks for you, like what I'm, like the look I'm going for. So they'll have these here, and then when I come, you know, when I get to here, there'll be one in the center of each. I may do something in the corner here because it is a little bit loose, but I think once I tighten it down it'll be okay, because I did not make the copper the same size. So I think it'll be fine once that's tightened down. I could even use some 2-sided tape in here, which will hold perfectly once it's powder coated. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it, guys. Not much more. To do. I'm not going to bother you guys with watching all the rest of this. Thanks for sticking with me throughout this. Some people loved it, some people didn't care, but it was fun. I might be doing something else with this company. With Golden Motor, they want to do another like a full-on bike. Again, no pedals, but more of a bike frame look they want to do. So we're working on something. They want a company logo and all that, so we're working on something that might be the next one. Thanks guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. You guys got any comments or got anything to say? Comment down below. I'll put a link in the description for Golden Motor, so if you guys are looking for these parts, that's where you can get them. Again, thanks guys. I will see you next time.